プロデューサーのマリアン・スロットさんです。皆さん拍手でお迎えください。では川瀬監督にもここからお願いしてもよろしいですかね。進行の方も
はい、
はい、よろしくお願いします。
約1時間少しですね、ここからとことんマリアンに聞きたいことを聞いていきたいと思います。はい、まずね、本当にマリアン・スロットさんどういう方かっていうことのご紹介を、ちょっと映像も交えながらしていきたいと思いますので、マリアンにマイクをお渡しします。マリアンさん、ご自身での経歴紹介していただけますか。
Well, first of all, I like to start that I had to knock 5 times on the door in order to start in cinema. So I joined my friends in saying never give up. If you have a dream, you have to insist. I started when I was 18 years old. I'm actually Danish. I came to Paris when I was 18 and I had to start my life and I wanted to start my life in cinema. So I found a company in Paris that was dealing a lot with international movies and a lot with Danish movies. And I went to that company and insisted for a long time to get in. I started in distribution for 4 years, where I worked with a lot of international talent, and among others, one of the first one I worked with was Lars von Trier. After 4 years, I found out that I was very much wanted to be much closer to the artists, to the filmmakers, and I decided that I wanted to move into production. So the company I worked in, they proposed me to start a production department, but I thought that there was nobody in the company who could teach me anything, so I thought I better make my own company, which I then did, Slot Machine, that I started in '93. And I think being very young, being a foreigner and being a woman, you kind of have to find your strong part in order to manage in the world of cinema in France. So I was very lucky, I spoke a lot of languages, so I actually started to make international connections between France and the world, and worked with directors who wanted to have connection to the French film industry, and that was kind of my beginning.
何歳? How old are you?
The year of the chèvre, l'année de chèvre, the year goat.
羊年? 羊年。うん。私鳥。
So that's a hint.
ちょっとだけお姉ちゃん。うん。いや、わら。で、18歳で出てきて、93年に会社立ち上げるって、会社立ち上げたの何歳なんですか？
Oh God, I have to count. I think it was about 23.
23。23歳。
ちょっと計算しなきゃダメだったんですけど、26歳。
26。実は私も同じです。会社立ち上げたの萌えの朱雀取るために会社にしとかなきゃダメだと思って、でその27歳の前に会社立ち上げてるんです。組江っていう会社なんですけど、今でも奈良にあって、だからね25周年とか6周年でしょ。多分同じなんです。
Exactly. Sister.
シスターです。もうお姉ちゃんすごいキレるからね。一目で私カンヌで出会って、もうこの人と映画撮れたらいいなっていうふうに思いまして、であそこにいるちょっと耳元で支えているルース、彼女も一緒にその時カンヌ行ってたんですけど、マリアンいいよねって、なんかもう女性として本当にキュートだし、本当にクレバーだし、うん、この人と一緒にやれるんだったらっていうことからいろんなことが始まりました。ちょっと補足です。
Well, I actually have memories of many years in Cannes. I'm following Naomi's work since the very beginning. I'm a big admirer. I'm very sensitive to your work, and I've been following you all over the years. And for a couple of years, I had the honor of being president of Cinéma du Monde at the CNC in France, where we actually read several of your projects and supported them. And so I felt that by the time we met each other, that I already knew you very well. So I was very, very honored and very, very pleased to finally talk and meet.
ちょっとシネマ・ドゥ・モンドって何っていうのだけ補足しておきます。フランスの国の機関で、フランス政府がフランス以外の 国のディレクターに対してお金を出資します。援助金ですね。日本でいう文化庁、芸術文化振興基金みたいな感じで、ここのプレジデントだったんです。はい、なので、私はフランスと共同制作っていうふうに言ってますけれども、このシネマ・デュ・モンドからの援助金をいただいて、もがりの森以降は映画を作っています。でそれ OK って出してた人だったんでじゃあマリアンは、私のことも私のリアルな私と話したことがない。じゃあどうしてその会ったことのない、話したことのない人の脚本、これを見てフランス政府のお金を出そうとするのか。つまりその新しい才能というものに求める資質って何ですか
？I think that of course the script is obviously the first very important things that you judge a film on, but you cannot judge it only by a film because a director is a metteur en scène. So it's very important to combine the reading of a script with actually looking at the visual work of a director.
じゃあちょっとその作品、マリアンが手掛けてきた作品のトレーラーを、見ていただきましょう。
Þyrlan að gera þarna. Þetta þú ert búin að ná þínu fram. Hann með rafstofu. Við verðum að klára með plan. Sko, núna ertu með athygli heimsins. Núna verður að senda frá það yfirlýsingu. Guðmundur. Stúlka.
Það er allavega mappan með öllum upplýsingum frá úkraínska heimilinu.
Frábært! Þú ert að verða mamma. Það var allt eitthvað flókið núna. Það nú ert þú mamman og þú lætur ekkert stoppa þig.
Skemmtilegum fyrir okkar sem alltaf síminn andrúms lofts og súrnings sjávar er í raun glæpur gegn mannkyninu og öllu lífi á jörðinni.
Fjallkonan. Þannig það lítil stúlka í Úkraínu. Og þetta þýðir ekki bara það að samningaviðræður við Kínverjar eru aftur komnar á fullt. Heldur einnig stefnt á stækkun á reyðu punktu á Straumsvík. 97 sentimetrar og 22 kílómetrar.
Петровна, можешь подменить меня на следующей неделе?
Случилось что?
Мне свидание дали, надо поехать на пару дней.
Первый раз, что ли?
Муж за что сидит?
За убийство.
Кого убил-то?
Никого.
Следующий!
Я могу знать, где мой муж.
Ночевать ты езди. Меня Зинка зовут. Ну, чтобы помочь.
Я могу знать, где мой муж.
Ты в тюремный город приехал?
Я обо всем договорилась.
Людям не верь, они тоже скоты.
日本でも話題になってたかな。ラースは一応カンヌ出禁になってたりとかしてたんですけど、でそれをちゃんとプレミアという形で今年のカンヌ紹介したという、そのプロデューサー方でございます。
Should I answer that? Yes. Yeah, well, Lars, we were very happy Lars being back in Cannes. He was actually greeted with an enormous standing ovation at his arrival, coming back to Cannes. So that was very fine. And the film was received, as most of Lars's film, very controversial, which was very good because when Lars has a film that doesn't divide the public, he gets very worried.
すごい賛否両論だったと思いますがはい、やっぱりその作品というものが全て万人に受けるというような形ではなく、今言われたように、すっごい嫌な人とすっごい評価している人がいるっていうことの方がこの世に誕生するという意味ではマリアンはそういうものを後押ししたいっていう感じですかね。
I think that Lars is doing the films, he say, the missing movies. And Lars make films that he, I think it's first of all, it's big pieces of art. It's very, very strong cinematographic, of course, propositions. It's films that are very leveled. If you take them by first degrees, I think you miss a lot. If you take a step back, I think you would have a much bigger experience. The new one again is, as we say, a sweet little film about a serial killer. Yes, and I think that for the new movie again, it's a proposition there. You know, there's actually a lot of humor in the film. So I said, if you manage to take this step back and really enjoy the movie, there's a lot of humor in the film, and I think that Lars actually has a lot of very interesting things. His vision of the world is, of course, very dark, but I also think that it is very interesting if you're ready to hear his proposition.
なんかね、マリアンね、その今マリアンが関わってるお仕事の紹介っていうこともあるんだけど、今多分今日ここに来ていらっしゃる方たちっていうのは、クリエイターだったりとか、俳優さんだったりで、映画がとても大好きな人たちもいらっしゃると思うんですけども、要は作品っていうものがそのインターナショナルな感覚を持って世界に流通するっていうことで、そこの、これハウトゥーになると嫌なんだけど、そういうところでのそのマリアンのものを見る目というか、これインターナショナルな感覚っていうのは一体どういうことなのか、国境を越えていくとか、こちらも国際映画祭ですし、私も奈良国際映画祭やってます。そして海外との共同制作やってます。日本というところだけにとどまらない、そのインターナショナルな感覚というものはどういうものを身につければ私たちはそれをこう作ることができるのかっていう、なんかその辺ちょっと質問したいです。
Well, international is, you can say, international is being able to communicate between cultures, languages, borders, go cross borders, and film language is of course an international language.
もうつまりね、私もねマリアンとやってる、そしてフランスの方とやってるっていう時に言語でいくら説明してても同じものを見てない人に説明がなかなか難しい。で、同じものを見てる人と話せばむしろ言葉がいらないっていう時があるんですね。その感覚っていうものを共有するためのもう少しこう秘訣というのか、その辺は何かありますかね。言語じゃないものっていうものが一体何なのかっていう。
Well, I do believe that some of the strongest pieces of cinema is pieces that can communicate only with images, and images can be perceived, you know, cross-cultural. And I have the big honor and the big chance to work with, and have been over many years, to work with many international directors from all over the world, Paraguay, Argentina, Japan, Romania, Poland, Ukraine, Denmark, Norway, which are, you know, some of them, but which are all very, very different, you know, cultures, languages. And I find in the work, of course, that's always the first big challenge is to be able to approach a new culture and a new language. But what is kind of the common thing about all these directors that I had the chance to work with is that they all travel around the world. So in that sense, they're all, you know, directed, which has like very anchored in their own culture, but which has, you know, a proposition that is perceived easily worldwide. And I believe very much that's because it's directors, artists that propose films that are very honest, that are very anchored in themselves.